One of these high-tech puller tip-ups. I'm going to show you guys how I rig them up. Picked it up from Kittery Trade Post down in Kittery, Maine. I got a few of them. Gonna hit a pond tomorrow, see if we can't catch some panfish, see what happens. I don't know how active the fish are right now at this moment. Ice is just starting to build up. Been very cold here in Maine. Might go later in the month to New Hampshire, do some trout fishing, maybe some remote trout fishing, do like a hike in, bring a sled. But yeah, they're pretty cool. It's my first ice fishing trap, so pretty excited. Gonna do some tip-up line to a barrel swivel to some trilene, some ice fishing trilene, and from that I'll add my sinker depending on what kind of bait I'm gonna throw for it, which is probably gonna be shiner. Gonna pick up some shiners down the street over here. Got a great gas station right down the street for me. They got shiners in the winter. They got a scale in the fall, so they cover all the bases. You need some emergency orange, they got it. So I got some Beaver Dam 30-pound tip-up line and some 6-pound trilene line. I don't really care to horse the fish around too much because if I want to put them back, I don't want to have to worry about how well I can resuscitate them. But other than that, I'm just going to roll some line on here. It's going to be a simple Arbor Knot on the spool, spool it, improved knot, improved clinch knot, on the barrel swivel, another improved clinch knot, on the barrel swivel with trilene to an improved clinch knot to the hook. So I'm just going to show you how to do that real quick and enjoy. So this is going to be some of the stuff we're using. We're going to use Mustad number 6. Beaver Dam tip-up line. That's what they had at the store when I went there. Trilene micro ice. Barrel swivel. Little teeny barrel swivel. Pair of scissors. A marker, pin, whatever you have, to something just to jam through the spool there so it's easier to reel up. And our trap. So, we're going to rip open our trap here. Comes with glow sticks, so you can use fishing late night. This is where the spool is located. You tip it up. It's going to pop up the trigger here. Pull that sun gun out. This side is for the heavier fish, the heavier striking fish for your trout, lake trout, pike, landlocked salmon, maybe even bass even. So that would be for that side. The other side's the little tiny side right there. That's the panfish side. So that's what's most important to us. This is the spool. Let's see if I can get this leaned up and locked down real quick. So how the trap works is you want it to spin, you want the spool to spin clockwise when it gets ripped off, because if it spins in the opposite direction, if the spool spins counterclockwise, sorry guys, bear with me here. If it spins counterclockwise, it's going to touch the flag. And it seems to me that the better way is for that plastic just to glide over the metal instead of touching the flag, because there's a lot more contact. There's a lot more contact points touching that flag, and the flag is feels a bit more abrasive. You know, and you don't want just the swimming of the minnow shine or whatever you're using to pull it. It may or may not, but anyways, so we're going to tie on an Arbor Knot onto this, and I'll just go ahead and I'll show you what an Arbor Knot looks like. So we have a good contrast between the black on this in this line and the particle board on the table. it looks something like that. So, what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna set it over, tighten the tag in bit, and tighten it up, cinch it down. When you cinch it down like that, that other knot will come, the second knot that you do on the tag end will come in contact with the first knot that you did and won't let it slip. Nice and tight. So when you get ready to reel this, if it is facing you, if the reel is on your left hand side, you want to reel the spool on away from you. And you're also going to have to use your fingers to guide the line to make sure it spreads evenly. So when the fish is running with it, it doesn't turn into a bird's nest. If you were holding the trap, because maybe you didn't have it cinched down or tightened down onto something, like I do have it on my little Gorilla duct tape anvil here, you would be reeling towards yourself. So I will be reeling away from myself to set the trap, put the line on. If it were flipped oppositely, I would be reeling towards myself to put the line on. So definitely don't want to pop a hole in this, because without your equipment you were nothing unless you're spearing fish through the ice. So you just keep using your finger as a guide, and I'll come back after we get this whole spool put on here. So after you get it spooled up, you're just going to want to clip off a little bit. And then you're going to do your improved clinch knot on your barrel spool. Now, these old hands here are not as nimble as they were during the summer here, but I'll do my best. If you don't know how to do this knot, you just go down to Walmart, buy yourself a pack of hooks from Eagle Claw. Mainly Eagle Claw. Could be some other brands too. I can't remember who else has it on the back of the packaging. Remember, Trocar is always using the Palomar Knot, but you just pass it over a few times and take your tag in. I like to call it the teardrop. Run it through the teardrop, and then you're going to run it back through that loop you just made. So look, something like that. That's where I use my teeth. Get a nice looking knot like that. That thing ain't coming off. Give it a little clip. Dollar store scissors. Eyeball yourself about 10 feet or however much length you think you might need for whatever you're fishing. Like I said, another improved clinch knot. So through the hole, around itself a few times, and we'll run it back through that little teardrop. If I can find it. And you'll run it back through the hole you just made. Yeah. These hands are still recovering from an unsuccessful deer season, being frozen off left and right. Sitting out in the snow, not seeing a darn thing. So that's our 6-pound trilene we got on right there. Doing whatever you do. So we're going to use these Mustad number 6 that I picked these up when I first got into trout fishing, you know, because I was like, what's a good small hook for trout, you know, and this is a good one. And these suckers are sharp. They're super sharp. I like them. Tighten it up. Tight, tight, tight. And now your fishing trap is rigged up, ready to rock and roll. And you are rigged up, my friend. Once again, I'd like to thank anybody who's watching this because I really appreciate it. I like spreading the message and sharing my story. I forgot to take this felt top part off, but this old boy's gonna go join the ranks with all of his friends right next to my ice fishing pole. Make a video tomorrow. So once again, thank you for watching, and tight lines.